We'll flip over to Friday. Chiefs versus Chargers. This is on YouTube. YouTube, you got to be kidding me. That's the only way that you're going to be able to see it. I think that this is going to throw everybody for a loop. There definitely is football fans that want to watch football that are going to know this game is on, and they're going to be flipping from Prime to Peacock, NBC, CBS, Fox. They're going to be wondering if the game is on ESPN. Everybody, do me a favor. Send a text, call your grandpa, call your grandma, anybody who you don't think is going to know where this game is at. Make sure you check this out. But Friday, 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 p.m. How you East Coast sports fans do this, I don't know. I mean, I've gone over to the East Coast a few times. I remember last year, week 1, we were actually in Toronto for Ravi's wedding, click wedding last year. Can't believe that's a year. I got to look up what day was his wedding day so I make sure I tell him and Amber happy anniversary. But I remember we were at a restaurant when the NFL kickoff game was going on, and it was dark out. I mean, that game is going to be 8:20 kickoff. This is going to be a 8 p.m. kickoff. I tip my hats to you guys. I don't know really how you guys are going to do it. This game is going to be played in San Pablo, Brazil. Last year, it was the Packers. Was it the Packers and Ravens? I'm not 100% sure, but it was a good game, whatever it was. I remember that Jordan Love got injured on the field that they said was in bad conditions. That's why I'm surprised that they're going back to it. I know they're really trying to make the NFL a global game. Last year we went to Germany. We've gone to London. We go to Brazil. All these big countries because they want to sell jerseys. They want to sell hats. They want to spread the love of football. If we're not going to put an actual team in the city, if we're not going to move the Jaguars to London, if we're not going to put a team in Brazil, I don't really understand what we're doing, especially this early in the year. I can understand if it was a game that was designated later in the year. I remember one year the Cardinals and the Niners, when they had no business being in the NFL, both teams were bad. They played a game in Mexico City. That game really didn't matter. But this, week 1, we're talking the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year. Why you put them on a plane to fly them to Brazil before the next one? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Make it like a neutral site game that you pick, like week 15, week 16. Yeah, it's going to be a bad game. It's going to be bad teams, but at least you're not risking something with somebody going down there. I don't think the people of Brazil are going to care that much if it's the Chiefs and Chargers or it's the Jaguars and the Dolphins, wherever the heck it is. Just pick a game that doesn't really matter. Tell them, hey, you're going. The Chiefs are led by Patrick Mahomes. They've got Pacheco, they've got Hunt, and they've got Elijah Mitchell. They got 3 running backs. They're 3 deep over there. Elijah Mitchell was the guy that I really loved in the 49ers. He hasn't really played a lot in the last 2 to 3 years that I think about. He kind of barely made the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are going to use him. I know that much. That's why he's the 3rd back on the team. I made sure I put his name. They got Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju Schuster as their wide receivers. They got Travis Kelce as their tight end. Lots to talk about the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I'm not going to knock the guy thinking that he's on the downhill because he just got engaged and he's about to get married. I just think that Travis Kelce's been doing this for a while, and we really didn't know if he was coming back after last year. I mean, his brother's already saddled up and retired. I don't really know what this guy really has left other than he just loves football. But we'll see what's going down. You look at the other side of the ball, you've got Herbert. He's going to be out there with Omari and Hampton. He was drafted in the 1st round, 22nd pick from North Carolina. He's going to be a new running back for the Chargers. They've got Quentin Johnson and Keenan Allen as their receivers out there on the field. This could be a hard-fought game, especially with the fact that both these teams have to travel to it. I would love to see the Chargers show what they're worth in the AFC West and win this game. I think it's going to take a lot from them. I think the Chargers have improved offensively and defensively. I'm a Harbaugh guy through and through. I loved him when he was here in the 49ers. I don't know if he lost a little bit when he went to Michigan, but the guy loves to compete. He's a football guy through and through. I want to. I really, really want to punch the Chargers name. I just can't do it, honestly. So I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win here. Chiefs, they're going to open up against the Chargers. They're going to play the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch week 2. They then play the Giants week 3. I think the Chiefs can go 3-0 there. But, I mean, it's going to take a lot out of them to the point where I think they're going to put so much into week 1 and week 2. The Giants, in one of those sneaky moves, just might sneak up on them. Chargers are going to open. It's going to be Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. They're running the wash on the Western Division. Every win there is just going to make them look better in the standings. Chargers are either going to be the second best team or the third best team in this division. And I think it's really all going to come down to what the table is set after these 3 games. That's just the way that it's going to have to be.